Hello everybody, my name is Joshua Phillips, recording for the Ohio Valley Chess Club. Today I'm just going to play a single 10+0 rapid game here on LeeChess.org. If you're interested, the Ohio Valley Chess Club is a group that coordinates chess in parts of the Ohio Valley area. So that's parts of Ohio, West Virginia, and Pennsylvania. You should be seeing contact information for email or our Facebook page on your screen. If you check out the Facebook page, that lists a few of the different groups. If you message that page, I can hand along more information to you. So thank you for watching, everybody. I'm going to jump into a 10+0 game and commentate as I play. Once the game queues up, see, I'm very much an amateur player. I think my rapid rating is in the 1500s, maybe, on LeeChess. But the Ohio Valley Chess Club just focused on, beginner-friendly, family-friendly chess in the Ohio Valley. I'm going to try the Caro-Kann today. Okay. So is anyone perhaps unfamiliar with seeing time-controlled games? I think this pawn capture is fine. Okay. My opponent has asked for a take back. I'm not quite sure what that is. I thought there was some interesting novelty to his line. Okay. I don't think there's a trap that gets me here because I don't see how he can develop everything he would need to develop quickly enough. Let's just kick his knight out of the way. So the Ohio Valley Chess Club, a very beginner-friendly and family-friendly approach to chess. If you're watching this right after the upload date, our next meeting will be this Saturday, the first Saturday in May, at the Belair Public Library on Saturday at 10:30 a.m. till about 1:30 in the afternoon. I'm just going to take his knight here. If he takes back with the pawn, we have queen takes queen. This lets us develop while getting rid of his castling ability, so that has to be good for us. I think I'm going to play e5 to get my bishop developed. The queens are off the board, so the pawn push doesn't seem likely to backfire. I'd like to be able to develop my dark square bishop up to c5. Okay. And now I think we just play bishop to d6. If he plays pawn takes pawn, we have bishop takes pawn. And there's nowhere for him to really support his pawn. Okay. F6 seems fine. Just so I sort of inevitably win control of the center there. Excuse me. Okay. Let's try bishop to E. Bishop to E6 with the idea that if he pushes, we just sort of retreat. Okay. Developing. And now try this, and then we can queenside castle to get a tempo while developing. And we're threatening this pawn on e4. So let's see. So if we castle, we check him. He doesn't have some amazing square to move his knight into. We might have to bring our knight back due to the pawn push, but I think the time it creates will make it worth it. Because we're looking at getting our rook up to d4 quite possibly. If takes. Then we have lots of different threats. Yeah, I like this a lot. I wanted to record a longer time control today, so I have time to think and talk through some of my thoughts while playing, as opposed to those like 1-0 tournaments where I'm mostly trying not to lose really, really quickly. Okay, so if we play bishop takes pawn, obviously bishop takes, rook takes, that seems fine for us. But I'm worried if I play bishop takes and he plays knight to e2. Oh no, if he plays knight to e2, we just play bishop takes knight. Okay, so I think this must be safe. Takes. I think this will all work out fine. We're also looking at a chance to get our rooks on both on the d file. Okay. Opponent's threatening our knight. I think we just back the knight up to e6. It's still going to be hard for him to get his knight into our position. If he plays f5, we get our knight up to d4, which is a great square for it. We also now have a knight check, a move that with the checks with the knight. We're worried about getting our rook trapped, obviously. We're losing in exchange to our rook being somewhat trapped. Okay. I think I want to just get my rook back onto the d file where it's safe. So I can play b5 to try and lock my rook in. Then the c pawn's a little bit harder to hold in place, and the c pawn's holding his rook out, or his knight out of my position. Yeah, I'm hoping it's just a better conservative approach to keeping the game under control. Trying to get my other rook onto the d file so the rooks are doubled up. Actually, looking at the board more thoroughly, I have ways to win a pawn with e takes the f pawn. Opponent captures back. So I think I'm okay with moving, just doubling my rooks up because he plays rook takes. That's great. Let's say I play rook takes. He takes back with the rook. Obviously, if I move my rook to the d file, takes. I think my position is slightly better. I'm going to double the rooks up first. So he takes the rook. We can also just take back with our knight, getting the knight up, delivering a check. and ending up with a rook after some exchanges with our rook on the d4 square. We'd be threatening the white e-pawn. Now what to take back with? Take with the rook, we're applying pressure to the e4 pawn. We have a rook in the center of the board. Okay. Okay. Do need to make sure I don't play too slowly. I'm down to half my time. Okay, opponent takes. I think we just have to take back and then worry about what the rook can do. How bad is the rook on the F, or our opponent having a rook on the F file? I think okay, actually. So I'm thinking as he puts the rook on the F file, we move the king over. He can deliver a check, but okay, that's not the line that was scaring me. Now that there's less pieces on the board, I think I'm more likely to try the earlier idea. Oh no, I want to get my king over to defend queen side in time. Yeah, I think we have to do that. I think I might have been wrong about how bad the rook on the F file stuff was for my position. Okay. So he has rook to F5, which he's chosen not to play. Okay. So we play G5. If he pushes forward, that's probably okay. So our king is defending the critical square. Actually, I like to keep a pawn on G6 because that's going to keep his rook from actually getting into the position. He can force his way in. Okay, let's try getting our rook back to the 7th rank so it can eventually defend all the pawns and to free up the d4 square for our knight. Okay. Let's get this check in. Okay. Okay. I think I have the better knight and the better king position. So it's definitely important to try to see any problematic tactical ideas. Like I think I'm trying to push b5 next. Because if he pushes a5 in response, then we try to turn the b pawn into a target. If he captures, we capture back. And swing our rook over to the A file, perhaps. Okay. So I'd like to get my rook back on the attack. I don't think I have a way to do that just yet. If he pushes, that side's locked down. If he captures, I can actually capture back with the knight, which is an interesting idea. So I capture back with the knight. He can move the king over. I think this will be okay. Because I think I can defend my position, but I think my king can cover everything from where it is. Because now our rook's going back to d4. Okay, opponent's defending a piece, that's fine. Let's get the king back up here. Okay, keep his king boxed into the corner. And also defending my c pawn, which is important because I'm trying to. Okay, let's make a waiting move. I'm not quite sure what to do here. I have the extra pawn and... Oh, I just dropped my rook. Oh, that was miserable. Oh, that was miserable. Okay, I'm going to make my opponent convert it just to... Yee. Okay, so I like to be able to hide behind my pawn if he checks me. Okay, that's good enough. For a second. Tell the opponent good game. Oh, okay. So I really messed that up, everybody. Let's hit the analysis board. First, let's turn Stockfish off. No, I don't. Okay. Let's go back to this rook. This is very bad rook blunder. Eek. Okay. Opponent moves rook to c3. So I'll look at like the Stockfish recommendation. Let us assume we just take the sacrifice, opponent takes back. Okay. What does Stockfish think about that? Yeah, Stockfish really likes my position. Stockfish is saying we're going to go d6. Opponent saying backs up. And then we get our passed pawn, and then we eventually force our opponent down the board, then come back and sort of buffet line these white pawns. Okay. Let's get back to this position. Okay, assuming we just take the exchange, because the exchange is probably winning. Watch my opponent goes there. We go here. It's saying to hold off on the capture. Okay. Why can't my opponent just take back? Just sort of looking at this to understand the endgame idea. Okay, this is a normal situation where I'm Okay. Does this draw the game? Okay, so yeah, the way this endgame works, regardless of the initial position, I can eventually push my opponent back and get the pawn. So we really messed up there. If we go back to the really, really bad mental, horrible mistake. We get to this position, and we just dropped our rook for no reason. So that was pretty bad. Okay. Let me just back up to something here. Okay, Stockfish likes black significantly more in this position. Okay, opponent move, Stockfish still likes my position more. Play this move. Apparently the idea the machine likes is for my opponent to back up. So that's interesting. So they took with the pawn. I'm supposed to take with the a-pawn. I take with the knight. Okay, this forces the knight trade. Okay. So I'm not sure if it's winning, but I did sort of accurately assess that I was trading into a endgame where I was favored, even if it wasn't an endgame where I won. Okay, so once again, my name is Joshua Phillips for the Ohio Valley Chess Club, facebook.com/OhioValleyChess. Thank you to everybody watching, and have a nice day.